Wins, do you hear me? With Unico Williams. That's right, it's your boy coming at you on a Wednesday, as I always love to do, because I love. Is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. Because that's what I just love. That's just what I love to do. I didn't think a lot today. I thought a lot about a lot of different things. Over the last couple of days, honestly, I've been thinking about a lot. You know, and kind of what prompted me to really hop on here and do what I do is this Charlie Kirk situation. As you all know, that he was attacked at a Utah University, of all places, Utah, and I don't know. I mean, he's he's in the shadow realm now. Unfortunately, he's in the shadow realm. That's sad for anybody. I saw the footage. I saw the actual whole thing that happened. I saw all of it, and I think it's very sad for anybody to take an L like that. It's brutal. It's very, very brutal. Got hit, very nasty way. Um, but it got me thinking about my city and where I'm from. It got me thinking about a lot of things, right? Um, there was a lot of shootings in my city recently, right? Um, so let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. And feel free to chime in, fight back on stuff if you want to, or just had a conversation. Leave the chat right there. Just it's right there. The chat's right there. But I actually, when it came down to the first of all, they framed it as mass shooting. The incidents that happened Friday and Saturday, you know, last week or last weekend rather, they framed it as mass shooting. They made it that. Let me go here first. Let me go here. This is where I want to go first. First of all, I'll be honest. I was a little bit not afraid, but hesitant to even speak on it. You know, I saw a post from Sister Jasmine Taylor, and it was like, you know, all of us have, you know, our city needs to come together in unity, right? It needs to come together in unity. We need to, you know, all these people with these different platforms and personalities and all this. We need to speak on this, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, I got a platform, and we should speak on it and see how we can fix this thing. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I'm kind of accessible. Like, I can be touched. I'm not hard to find, and I'm not hiding. That's not my issue. But I was like, I know that there's people that I love. I know there's people that depend on me. I know that I'm a positive motivating force within y'all lives. You know what I mean? You know. But at the end of the day, I was kind of concerned. And that's how silly this shit is to me, is that I would even be so concerned as to why I can't speak on this, because I'm afraid that, because just be not afraid. I'm not afraid. It's more or less that the stupid shit that people get unalive behind. I don't want to take that L. I don't want to be a martyr for nothing stupid like, hey man, he over here talking about us, man. Dang, man, we gotta go see about him. We gonna take him out the game. Somebody look like me, right? Will have that problem with me. And I was hesitant because I ain't trying to take my L like that. Like, I'm gonna do something grandiose, like, you know, push a kid out from in front of a car or something. Not because somebody's upset about the words that I'm saying, but what kind of leader and man would I be if I wasn't someone that could step up to the front and say what I believe and stand up and talk about the issues that we need to be talking about. I ain't about to be scared of that. And so that's what prompted me today, is to step up here, and I do want to have a conversation. If y'all want to have a conversation with me, please comment, like and subscribe, all that type of stuff, but let's talk about it. I don't know. why they shot up them folk on Friday morning. I mean Friday night and Saturday morning. I don't know why they did that. I don't know the connections. I can't say this city was involved, that city was involved. It was between some, but it's starting from. I want to, I want to start here because that's what we need to do is start from the beginning, okay? And I'm gonna just talk about my culture and where I'm from and that kind of thing. Now, as history tells us, black folk came over here and listen, I'm going to say some things that have to do with race. It's just a history lesson. Don't take me as race bait, none of that stuff. I don't know. I'm just talking about what they say is fact. I do know that black people did not come over here in America on their own. I understand that. I know that people came to America, did some things, got some control, and they had people work for them for free as they amass money. So what they say? So it's like a 200-year head start. Slavery was 200 years, right? Something like that. So when you look at it in that way, I mean, my grandma, who is alive today, has seen the signs of no blacks drinking water here, no blacks sitting in the front. My grandma, who is alive today, that wasn't too long ago, is what I'm saying. But the head start behind all this, it's a head start, is that a whole culture of people got a head start amassing wealth for free. Obviously, there's some overhead there. You know, you got to make sure that you feed these people that are working for you for free. I get all that. If you know how business works, yes, you do. There is an operation cost, but it's not an operation cost when you're actually paying people to do the work. You know what I mean? The operation cost is different. So going ahead, here we are, and we get into the 60s, 70s, you know, civil rights and all that stuff. Not that long ago. I believe my mom was old enough to be going through some of the civil rights stuff. My grandmother, my great grandmother, she passed for, she was, what they call it, white passing. And then my mom, she looked, you know, like mixed or whatever. So they was like, you know, why are you watching that black little girl? That wasn't too long ago. Now, let's keep on moving. Let's keep moving forward, right? Here we are in the 80s, 90s, black folk getting jobs at GM and Ford and all these factory jobs. Black folk are getting these jobs in the 70s, 80s in these factories, progressing well, building their families, all these type of things, right? But drugs became a big deal. And still, there's people that are still alive that were like, black people are less than, whatever, whatever, whatever. And so then we get into like the 90s where like gang culture is like super duper big. And, you know, this my set, this your set, this my set, this your set, blah, 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 all that stupid shit, right? So you get into that. Now, you got, I'm the best, I'm the best black dude against these black dudes over here. And yeah, y'all over there on the west side. We on the south side. And we this, we that. And so you get that kind of violence that comes from there. We fighting against each other. We're fighting against each other, and that's kind of in a sense, that's where my point is going. But we continuously fight against each other all the time. It's stupid. And the biggest example that I can say of this is when we would go to pep rallies, or you know, they go do the pep rallies up to the high school in the city that I grew up in. There would be a back and forth. Now we all coming together for the basketball team, football team, you know, everybody's coming together. It's a pep rally or a volleyball team, whatever it is, right? But there would always be, you know, it's a right, you know, it's a rally today, pep rally today. So you got Crosstown over here, and you got Whiteley over here, and it wasn't One singular thing is saying, go football team, go, that we all go to this school for. Go Muncie Central, go Muncie Central. Go do whatever, do that thing you're trying to do. It always started with Whiteley Crosstown, Whiteley Crosstown. That was the chant that's going on. You know, it's all black folk who's doing that. You know, black folk, the crosstown folk, the Whiteley folk, chanting. You understand what I'm saying? So the next step in the parade is you got my homies down there in Hartman Village, predominantly white. And there, while we're doing Whiteley Crosstown, Whiteley Crosstown, Whiteley Crosstown, the people in Hartman Village were sitting there like, Crosstown bound. Whiteley world, laughing and giggling amongst themselves about how we was over there, just division that's right there. But Hartman Village, they got to saying we Hartman villains, just, you know, just playing around. But see, if somebody were to go claim, hey man, you already know I'm from Hartman Village, there's no beef or anything behind that. But if you go somewhere around crosstown guys and you're like, I'm from Whiteley, you are, and during that time, oh, it's up. But against Hartman Village, it's never up. It's never up. So something as simple as high school pep rallies and stuff like that between two quote unquote non-warring neighborhoods, it turns into those things. Whereas Hartman Village, Hartman Village gets to just sit back and watch and laugh and giggle. I'm from Hartman Village. They ain't got no beef with us. Why do we have beef with each other? I don't understand. And so that's what we keep on. That's what my biggest issue is with a lot of the violence that's going on. It's between now. I'm purely speaking from a 90s 2000s black culture kind of thing. Like it was a lot. It's a lot of black on black. What it was. It is what it is. There was some clout to be made, I guess, from making a whole bunch of money. Sell the most dope. All that. I get all that. So now the real question is for me in 2025, almost 2026, what's the real motivation now? What's the motivation? What goal do you have? You know, back in the 2000s and the 90s, you got some bread, got your old Cadillac, got the deuce and the quarter doing anything. What's the goal now? What do you win from being a tough guy? What do you win? That's what I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding what's the goal. Because a lot of people that are doing these, like, call them YNs, young, and, you know, they're not calling it another race young W's. I don't know. They're not calling them that. But us, they got a whole term analogy for these kids, these people between, I don't know, 17 and 25, YNs. What's the motivating for it? Now I understand in some of those bigger cities, you may have to do what you got to do to survive, whatever, whatever, whatever. But if we got footage of you playing Roblox just a few years ago, and now you're a tough guy, that's weird. That's super weird. What is the motivating force that makes you say, if I come out in the streets and be a tough guy, I got the switch, I'll handle this, I'll do that? What's the motivating force? I don't understand. What are you doing? I don't quite get it. But it all starts with going back to the start. I know my start. I made a bad decision. I got in trouble before, bro. I did. Stupid. But there's always a start. A little bit of my story. I came up with my grandparents raised me. They raised me in an excellent, loving environment. But had some missing pieces because I was raised by my grandparents for a reason, right? So I had some missing ingredients, and I was just trying to. Honestly, I was saying I was trying to prove myself to my parents that, hey, y'all can kick it with me. You know what I mean? Even though I had loving grandparents that was right there, I made a bad choice based off of that, and so Got in trouble. I ain't had no business out there. I was good. I was golden. That was stupid. It was really dumb. I should have never returned to a life of the streets. Should have never done it. That was stupid. Retard. I mean, dumb. That's just dumb. Very dumb. But I did. But I'm going back to the start. It was something in me when I was young that happened, and so now I'm here, and I am who I am today because I embrace and know those things now. Like, dude, I had a perfect childhood, man. Honestly, and I made mistakes to mess my own life up due to some other stuff. So I know there's a lot that comes with the family unit and black culture and all that type of stuff. I understand. I get it. So now that we went to the start, what do we do now? Right? I just want the young people to know that this shit lame, bro. Like, we always out against each other. So first and foremost, we need to figure that part out. Like, why do I dislike this person just because they a couple of blocks over from me? Let's figure that part out, right? What can we do to keep on having like having cohesive family units? You know what I mean? I got to be honest. I'm not. Man, relationships, my shit sucks. I ain't gonna lie, it's terrible. I hate it. I've made bad decisions in regards to uh, setting up the family thing too. I made really bad decisions, honestly. But it is what it is. Is my decision. But what can we do for all sides to come together in unity and do what we need to do to make to raise children in love, right? To raise kids in a way that they care, to raise them with morals and things that we can do to actually care about the next person. A lot of times you never know who it is that you're holding the door open for. You ever hold the door open for somebody at the gas station or something like that, just being a good person, just hold the door open for them? You don't know what type of person they are. But sometimes just something as small as holding the door open for somebody, it does numbers about who you are. And it's the little things. So, I asked myself, let me take it to this attack that happened in Charlotte, right? Let's talk about that for a hot second. First of all, in reporting, these labels are pretty much cooking us as a society because we are getting away from the fact of the act. If I get punched in the face today, the fact is I got punched in the face. Now, when you start saying Joe got punched in the face by this person who just last week did this, did all that type of stuff, that's when we start running in trouble, right? So I'm looking at that Charlotte situation. They went as far as to do this with the labels. They said a black man who's a four-time felon with mental illness and this, that, and the third, homeless, attacked a Ukrainian refugee. None of that information is pertinent. The only information that's actually pertinent was that a man attacked, stabbed a woman unprovoked, and it shouldn't have happened. But see, when you throw these labels, you start building the divide. Let me know if I'm wrong. But when you start doing all that, now you're saying black men who we know to be felons, and we know that they attack people, and they're violent, attacked it. So black people must have a problem with Ukrainians. And then that starts a whole new narrative, and everybody starts looking at stuff a lot different. So when it comes down to it, today, last weekend, it's all saddening. It's all saddening. So for my city, I'm gonna say this, man. Hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? What cloud are we chasing? It's not the '90s. Like you don't get no love for. I pop somebody that look like me. Yeah, I'm a tough guy. No, make the world a better place. Who gives a shit, man? All you do is go to jail. Who wants to go to jail forever? And who wants to die? Because you're done. Who wants to go to jail forever? That's so stupid. Jail sucks. Prison sucks. Unless you're the type of person that likes to play spades all day and hang out with your homies all day long, 4 years, every day. Ain't no place you want to be. Sharing all your war stories about all the girls you used to have. Oh, I got this girl. Oh, I'll never forget this one time. Sharing old stories. What that get you? Because that's what y'all going. If y'all taking people's lives, man. First of all, this is a very small city. It's a very small city, man. You're gonna get caught. That's just it. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna do 60 years, 40 years, 30 years. By the time you get out, all that rough, tough stuff, nobody can. Man, he used to be, boy. You better watch out for him. He used to be. When you locked up, ain't nobody scared of you. When you locked up, ain't nobody scared. When you're dead, nobody's scared of you. Tough situation. And going back to Charlie Kirk. Mm, People be saying some stuff, and it can incite people. There's a lot of narratives that are trying to be created right now. You know that, right? It's a lot of people, and a lot of narratives being thrown about everywhere. Labels. Initially, they were saying that they were showing footage of an older Caucasian male, very old, like tomorrow could be his last day type stuff. They had him arrested, like, oh, the man is arrested. And now people are arguing like, nah, he wasn't really the person that did it, because that person's archetype doesn't fit the narrative, especially something in Utah. But what narrative are you trying to push? What narrative are you trying to push? What do y'all actually want to happen? I don't understand. Like, I think we should all sit at the table and say, what do you want out of this world? And we can have some idiots say, I want to be the greatest dope dealer of all time. We can ask people that say, I want to be the greatest white supremacist of all time. I want somebody to come out there and say, all women are beneath men. Just everybody just sit at the table and say, this is what I want. Let's get that up out of there, and let's talk to all the people that sit at the table and say, I just want love, peace, and unity. I want violence to end in general. I want to live in a world where we don't need guns. Because we actually don't. Nobody needs guns. I want to live in a world where people that actually have mental issues. I want to be in that world where we can actually help them out, because a lot of times it really isn't their fault. I want to be in a situation where people don't feel like they're always despondent. I want to live in a world where people don't live with a spirit of despondency all the time, and actually feel like there's hope, because that's what makes Superman so great, right? The S, it's not an S, it stands for hope, right? So that's where I'm at with all this. So my peace, my blessings. Pray for me, because I don't know. I don't want the wrong person to see this. I want the wrong person to see this and be like, you know what? Maybe I should change my ways. But I also don't want the wrong person to see this and say, I know he ain't talking about me. I don't want that. And then also, I just, we don't have to do all this, man. All this violence is stupid, and we fight each other, especially amongst ourselves. I'm gonna say this to us black folk: we fight each other amongst ourselves all the time. We talk trash, we gossip about each other, we talk shit to each other, we talk shit about each other behind other people's backs. We do a lot of bad things. I say that I'm part of it. I'm part of the Tea Party. Sometimes I gossip too, but instead of giving our opinions to other people and whatnot, maybe we should help and try and explore what solutions we should take. As soon as somebody, that's something about black folk too. That's something we do. As soon as somebody fall on their ass, we all in the same struggle. As soon as somebody fall on their ass, lose their job, get divorced, this, that, and the third, cannot wait to talk shit about each other. I'm better black than you, is what seems to be the spirit. And I ain't with that. Because when somebody fall on their dick, I like to pick them up. And not the dick part, but just falling. When somebody's down on their luck, I would prefer to see what it is I can do to actually help them if I'm up. And if I'm down, how can we get up together? But instead, we like to talk bad about each other. Such and such lost their job. Ha ha ha. He ain't this. He ain't that. Ha ha. We do that. They lost their whole house. People that get on that's in substance abuse. Oh man, they was living good. Then they lost everything. Lost their kids, lost their house, lost their wife, their husband. We quick to jump on people. I do it too. I ain't gonna lie. And there's some people that just keep on continuing making the same bad decisions. And I get that, but we gotta lift them up in prayer too. But I think we need to uplift each other more than continuously talking about the faults of everybody else and try and do a little bit better than what we did yesterday, man. Try and lift each other up, man. It's not all about talking bad about each other and all that. It start with us, man. Let's let us, because all the narratives that they make is about what black people is doing to each other. All that gun violence. Well, yeah, this dude is over here on the internet talking about switching. Donald Trump, you know us. You know us in this random city here. Y'all come over here with the National Guard. You already know what's gonna happen because we tough. Why are you tough? Well, because this guy that looked like me, I put 30 into him. I shot his mom's crib up. I did it. None of that shit is cool, man. Why do people think this? Why do people think that shit is cool? I like that answer. But hey, man, y'all know the deal, man. Unico Williams on YouTube. You know what it is. You know what it is. Make sure that you like and subscribe. We getting back to it. Probably gonna talk more about Charlie Kirk on Make It Make Sense tomorrow. Not Make It Make Sense. What's that show called? Yeah, y'all know the one. Damn. Casual Conversations. Yeah, Casual Conversations. But just leave us with this, man. Can we get better together? Because shit's crazy, bro. That's just where I'm at. But much love. I holla.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. I holla.